A hunter must hunt. A hunter must hunt.
Right. All right. We here, my friends. Security Live, bringing Tiberius into the cult. Welcome, Tiberius, as always. And thank you so much, Security Live. Thank you so much. Chefkey with the 2-month Prime indoctrination. People are indoctrinating themselves into the cult before I can even say hi. Before I can even say hi, I have to thank people. The Giuseppe
A hunter
the
must
Giuseppe,
hunt.
I think it's Giuseppe Mio, and Kitty Chloe. Thank you for the follows. Cthulhu Fountain to the both of you. Oh, that is true. We are not a cult. Legally, I am not allowed to call it that. This is a passionate club of cephalopod enthusiasts. Okay, this is just one of our rituals. Well, we shouldn't call them rituals either. That kind of gives the wrong impression. What they actually are is it's just things that we're doing. A gathering of individuals to engage in various esoteric activities. Welcome, my friends, to the day of our Lord Cthulhu Cthursday. Welcome, everyone. I got the chalice already here with the likeness of our Lord on it. Man, today has been a thing. Today has been an infrastructure day. All I have to do is get a freaking website set up, and it turned out to be harder than it needed to be. I do not like AWS very much, but it is... I don't like it from the API. I've done it from the console too much, and I'm trying to get used to doing it with the command line, and the command line is not as easy as maybe it could be. Okay? Not as easy as maybe it could be. How is everybody doing? How is everyone? So today, the day of our Lord, Cthulhu Cthursday, we are going to be doing, my plan is to do hard TryHackMe in hard mode today. We're going to pick some fat Mulders on TryHackMe and see what esoteric rites we can get ourselves into. Yeah, I'm aware of that technique. I've done that on stream before. Borderlands? Oh, we've already done Borderlands. That's no fun. We have already seen the blessings of the /25. What have you not done on TryHackMe? I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're just gonna go on there. We're gonna browse around. We're gonna pick some boxes. As we tend to do, I'm logging into my VM right now. We're going to get started. Is there any interesting news? I feel like there never is. It's all about Ukraine. Like, I can never get away. Oh, this is interesting. So I think I did tell that there was a Conti ransomware breach. I haven't read anything about it, but I've been hearing about it. Oh no, Internet Explorer is going away. Oh my god. What will Internet Explorer's user base do? My goodness. What will the boomers do now? What browser will they use? You heard about DuckDuckGo news. I did not hear. I did not hear about DuckDuckGo news. I honestly haven't even checked the news today, or really at all this week. I haven't checked. Uses DNS plus. Oh, look, a botnet using log4j. No way. It uses DNS tunneling. So if you don't know what DNS tunneling is, it's just all it is command and control done through DNS requests. You can do command and control through DNS requests in a variety of different ways. Either through you can just DNS queries can be of a certain length. I think they can be a maximum of 256 characters. So you can just ask for really long domains that are actually encoded command and control stuff. It lights up an IDS like crazy, but it might be sneaky in some situations. They are censoring search results now? You mean DuckDuckGo is? And everyone says DuckDuckGo is the one to go to. Yikes. It depends on what they're censoring. What are they censoring? They're probably censoring, like, child pornography or something, right? Oh, they're censoring Russia? Okay, fuck them. Okay. It's not a whole lot of interesting stuff. It's all the usual botnets. There's some information about the Conti ransomware. I mean, there's not a whole lot of interesting stuff going on other than the Ukraine debacle. What was interesting about the Conti thing is that they had, like, an insider threat. And I think they that leaked a bunch of their internal tools and documentation. Do the zero logon room and TryHackMe. Well, we're gonna pick a room. We're gonna pick a room. Let's just get logged into TryHackMe and get started here. Let's. Is there a new node vulnerability? Node IPC. What is this? Oh, it's a back door. Oh, interesting. This is hot off the presses. Hang on. This is interesting now. There was a node module got just a malicious dev who wiped Russia. Wait, that's based. Hang on a second. Really? So somebody hosed Russia with a node vulnerability? Like, what is this? Hang on. Wait, this? Node IPCs affects an unknown part of the file // The manipulation with an unknown input leads to a privilege escalation vulnerability. Uniquely identified as CVE 2022. The exploitability is told to be easy. It is possible to attack remotely. So is this some kind of backdoored version? It's not good. Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's anything that hurts Russia right now is good. Is this it? I hope this is it. Did it only affect? I don't know yet. I haven't. I'm reading about it for the first time right now. Russia's invasion has split over into a developer space with a well-known NPM maintainer adding protestware as a dependency to a very popular package. Security vendor Snike is tracking what it says is a vulnerability in a supply chain security incident involving the Peace Not War NPM package. Written and published by NPM maintainer Brandon Nozaki Miller, who's known as RIA Evangelist, Sparky, and Electric Cowboy. That's a lot of names. First license electric professional motorcycle racer. This is a lot of background information that... Wait, I want to know more about that. Intended the module to be protestware. A non-destructive example of why controlling your node modules is important. Non-violent protest against Russia's aggression that threatens the world. We'll add a message of peace on your user's desktops and only do it if it does not already exist, just to be polite. So it doesn't do anything wrong. It's not a backdoor. He updated it, though, and it deleted all files on Russian and Belarus computers. Well, you don't want to... What I do want to specify is that when I talk about hurting Russia, I mean hurting the Russian state. I don't mean hurting Russia as a country. The people of Russia and... the people of Russia should not be harmed. So probably this guy went too far. In that regard, probably this guy went too far. If he was only harming like Russian state actors, that'd be another situation. Oh, we have one from the Hacker News. Okay, hang on. And the Russian state uses Node.js? I don't know. I would assume everyone uses Node.js, dude. It's a very common package, or it's a very common software. The developer behind the popular Node IPC npm package shipped a new version to protest Russia's invasions of Ukraine. So same guy, targeting users and wiping arbitrary file contents and replacing it with a heart emoji. Node IPC is a prominent node module used for... Yep. Oh, okay, so he did the destruction first, and then the peace not war thing afterwards. Places a file on the user's desktop with contents relating to the current wartime situation. So this seems more reasonable to me. But, like, obviously wiping files is probably goes too far. You don't want your cyber activism to hurt any people that don't deserve it. Like the Russian people do not deserve deserve to have their computers wiped because they just happen to be in Russia while their state is doing horrible shit. Okay, to be clear about that. When we say fuck Russia, I'm talking about the Russian state and its oligarchs. I'm not talking about the Russian people. They are mostly just being taken for a ride here. So does that make sense? 3 out of 4 people voted for Putin in the last election. Voted. Just a guy, if you think that that's a legitimate election, like, do you think that like 107% of the entire population of North Korea voted for Kim Jong-un in their last election? Yeah, the same thing is going on in Russia, dude, okay? Putin's been holding on to power for a long fucking time now. There's no voting. There's no voting. It's the same in Belarus as well. There's no voting, there is voting. Like, give me a break, dude. Putin still has a very strong... Oh, I'm sure he does. Just like our rural... Like I'm sure rural Russia is holding them back, just like rural United States is holding us back. It's the same thing it's the same thing in both. All right. Well, no one wants Putin to be in power. I mean, certainly not now. Their economy is tanking. The ruble is worth basically nothing at this point. I'm gonna log into TryHackMe here. In other news, I figured out why people are saying magic is overpowered in Elden Ring. I figured it out because we got the I got the Azure Comet spell last night, and like all of us, like, God, it was so nice to laser down the Crucible Knights instead of fighting them. Suck it, Crucible Knights, fucking cucks. And also a few of those Royal Revenants that I came across, because those have to be regular enemies now, apparently. Okay, type. All right, here we go. Let's pop this over here. All right. Challenges, and we're gonna go to hard today. Did we have any more insane challenges? I'm curious. There's Theseus, but I can't do this one on stream, I'm assuming. People have urged me to do this one, but they keep saying don't release walkthroughs or write-ups. So that means don't stream it. So I can't do that one. I've done all the insane ones, it looks like, so we'll stick with the hard ones. I did it on stream, but it's not insane. Well, they are asking for me not to do it. I'm not, like, scared of it or anything, but they're asking for me nicely not to do it, so. All right, there's Year of the Fox. Let's pick some. Let's just, let's pick a good balance of Windows and Linux. All right, Year of the Fox. Let's see. Different CTF sounds fun. Looks like there's Stego in that one, but fuck it, who cares? Different CTF. Is retro a buffer overflow? I don't think so. Has anyone done retro? Know if it's a buffer overflow? Fuck it. If it's a buffer overflow, we'll figure it out. I thought we did internal. Did we not do internal? I could swear we've done this one. Yeah. How come this one is not showing complete then? I've completed this one. Fucking weird. Okay, so we done that one. We definitely did Year of the Jellyfish. I remember that. Year of the Pig, sure. And we'll throw in Python Playground. That sounds fun. All right, starting the poll. Get your votes in. We've shown 0 logon on the stream many times. Oh, yeah, I can use hide completed. That is true. It's not a buffer. If it is, it's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. I spend too much time trying to avoid buffer overflows on stream, mostly because I just fear binary exploitation on stream because I get self-conscious about binary exploitation. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. People like to see me struggle anyways. We'll figure it out. All right, get your votes in. Get your votes in, my friends. Because the vote doesn't pop up for me, so I can't vote. Well, I can't. That sounds like a Twitch client problem, not a me. That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem, or a Twitch problem. Are you Cthursday? I'm always Cthursday, dude. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always Cthursday. I drink water constantly throughout the day. It's not because I need to be well hydrated. It's mostly just because I'm on like a diet right now, and I can't eat as much, and so I find that if I drink water a lot, it helps like edge my appetite a little bit. It takes the edge off of my appetite a little bit in a way. I dare Al to do Year of the Fox just so he can roll his eyes until the very end. Isn't it one of those boxes, dude? I mean, it doesn't have Stego in it. Oh, yeah, we can start Stream Raiders. That's what's true. Thank you for reminding me. Stream Raiders. Whatever whatever you do, it's going to be hype, okay? I need everyone to be hyped. Oh, we're doing Python Playground. That's what we're doing. All right, we're doing Python Playground. Let's join the room. Start the machine. Flag 1, Flag 2, and Flag 3. Pretty straightforward stuff. I mean, I'm not afraid of Stego. I just think it's kind of dumb if I don't know it's there. There was one box we did early on in my streaming career, like that was called Madness, and we couldn't figure out anything. Like, I had no idea what to do. Like, there was just nothing. There were no ports open. There was no directories on the web server. There was just nothing. And it turns out you were supposed to take the JPEG off of there was a JPEG in the box description. You were supposed to download that JPEG and look for steganography in it. In the TryHackMe description of the box. Like, it was just dumb. It was dumb. Once I knew that was what I was supposed to do, I think someone from chat indicated I should do it. Once I knew what to do, it was easy, but that was dumb. That's dumb. Okay, Stream Raiders has updated. We're waiting for the box to start up. Let's go to the better cam here. Alrighty, so let's change the name. We're going down the path of Yig. The snake god Yig today. TryHackMe. Python Playground. Is it going to fit? Is it going to fit? Is it going to fit? I think it's going to fit. It just barely fits. Look at that. So snug. Alright, starting Stream Raiders. There we go. It's going. Alrighty. So this is Cthulhu where we take on somewhat more difficult challenges. But if you do have questions, by all means, do ask. Well, we're just going to connect to the VPN first, to the TryHackMe VPN, and then we'll get started. I do expect this to be a lot of Python stuff. So those of you who don't know Python should feel free to ask questions. We did have a little bit of Python in the last stream, actually. I'm noticing that the VPN does not seem to be connecting. How do you check for print spoofer without... Or you mean print nightmare? Or print spoofer, you mean... do you mean the print spoofer that, like, Juicy Potato print spoofer? It looks like we've got a problem with our VPN. I'm just going to re-download the VPN file really quickly. Let's just change... Okay, we're regenerating the configuration file. I learned a lot about Python by converting POCs from Python 2 to Python 3. The one that abuses SE impersonate privilege, you just look for SE impersonate privilege. If there's SE impersonate privilege, you can try print spoofer. They have different mitigations for it in more recent versions, so it may or may not work. I'm not sure if print spoofer has been downloaded to or has been updated to account for those. 1 second, folks. I'm just getting my... I re-downloaded my VPN configuration file because it looked like it wasn't working there. Just delete this old one. Okay, let's try that now. There we go. So now we get a proper connection. Do we have an IP address? We do. Orlin the Mage. I love you too, random viewer. Orlin the Mage. All right, so we can ping the box now. So let's cd to in our TryHackMe directory. Let's mkdir Python Playground. Let's do some Python exploitation. I'm excited. Let's start tmux. And here we are. So we're going to start off with our nmap. As we frequently do, we'll start off with our nmap scan here. Alrighty. I should have done the TAC V. Let's go ahead and just get the full Nmap scan out of the way as well. So we'll start that port scan as well. We do see 22 and 80 open. Let's go ahead and see what's going on at port 80. We see we have Node.js, not Flask, which is sort of what I was expecting given Python Playground being the name. It's Flask or something like that. Let's take a look at what we have here. Python Playground. Join at the right time? Yeah, we're just getting started. Secure Python Playground. In before it's not very secure. Introducing the new era Code Sandbox Python Playground. Normally, code playgrounds that execute code server-side are easy ways for hackers to access a system. With our new foolproof blacklist, no one can... Okay, so we're going to be facing some kind of a filter, and then we're just going to bypass that filter, probably. We're going to probably be playing with filter evasion to execute malicious Python code. So I guess we can try the login page first. Only admins can use the site right now. Sign up. So sign up and log in is both the admin. Okay, so let's do a Go Buster to see if we can find any pages. Let's take these file extensions away. Those aren't going to be very helpful to us, I don't think. Maybe HTML will be. Let's do that, and then let's do the IP address. Maybe .py. That would have been wise, yes. Admin.html is good. We'll let this run for a little bit. Admin.html. Secret admin backdoor. Okay, admin. Or here we go. Ready? Are you ready for me to bypass this login? Fuck. Okay. So admin didn't work. Admin password also didn't work. Or 1 equals 1. If you want to see what I just typed in here, I can do that. I can show you really quickly. You can go to inspect. And we can delete this type field here. And now you can see what I've typed in. Just a simple SQL injection there. Looks like we get access denied. Feels bad, man. We do see a signup.html. I think I already browsed there, though, and it gave us the... And it gave us that, Which username and password list do you use for FTP and SSH? Just to check default creds with Hydra or something? I usually generate a password list based on the location or the company name. The company name, I usually do company name, local sports teams, current year, current season, previous season, current month sometimes. I usually put together, I do a word list that mangles a bunch of those together. Does that make sense? I make a custom word list based on the client, is what I'm trying to say. Cool is also, something to look at. Yeah. So we haven't looked at any page sources yet, which you can tell because Mike Parsons hasn't been kicking my door in yet. So let's take a look at some page sources. This looks pretty basic and standard. Let's try looking at the sign up page. What we're looking for is maybe some code has been commented out because it looks like they say they recently changed the site because of security issues. Nothing there. What about the admin page? So there's more stuff here, but that's just because there's a form. What the fuck is this? So we got there is something happening here. Look at this. I suck at server-side code. Luckily, I know how to make things secure without it. Yeah, the solution to not having to write server-side code is just to put your source code in the fucking into the fucking source of the page.
A hunter
That
hunt.
That's totally the solution. Okay, so string to int array. So it looks like it's just doing like an ORD function. Yeah. Mod 26. Yeah, so it's basically encoding it. This function is basically taking a string and encoding it. Int array to text. Yeah, and this is doing the reverse. Okay. Get element IV. Username value equals Connor. Okay, let's get some notes going. We're gonna need some notes. So we have some classic developer code here. This is how I am when I code websites, to be fair. Python playground. I've seen no Python yet. I am somewhat... Okay, so username is Connor. Window location is super secret admin testing panel. Is it just... Am I just going to be able to... Does it even set a cookie? It doesn't even set a goddamn cookie. Can I just fucking browse to this? Wait a minute. Okay, well, it turns out it's not even setting a cookie or anything, which I'm pretty sure JavaScript can't even do. So I guess that makes sense if you're doing authentication via JavaScript. It's a little bit. This is a little bit silly. A little bit silly, not a whole lot silly. Hash equals int array to text. It's like doing it a whole bunch of times, too. It's like using these functions like a whole bunch of times. So you'd have to reverse it, you'd have to go in reverse. It doesn't matter. We're not going to bother with that. But to reverse it, it was going to be a little bit of a... You'd have to apply those functions repeatedly. All right, Python playground. Print Cthulhu fhtagn. Okay, so we do get Cthulhu fhtagn. So Python is executing. All right. Time to import os.system. Yeah, that would be the thing to do. Import os. Is it going to allow that? Security threat alert! Alert! They're after us, chat.
FBI, open up!
Oh my god, they're after us. They're after us, chat. Security threat has been detected. Okay. So we probably need to mangle this in some way. Can we import base 64? Is it going to allow that? Security threat detected. So it doesn't like any import statements. Can I import like requests? Does it just not like any import statements? It doesn't like any import statements, it looks like. So no import statements are allowed. As it appears. Yeah, we could try to do a simple to like read files on the server. With open etc passwd with read permissions as f file contents equals f.read print file contents. Something like that. Okay, so we can read files. Very secure. So it, like, as we've seen, a very, very secure, it's already very, very, very secure. Okay, listen, look how secure this is. What could we possibly do by being able to read files? So we do see a www data. We don't see any users here, other than root. Root is the only login user. So my guess is we're supposed to get code execution through www data, and then escalate to root from there. There aren't going to be any other users on the machine, I would expect. So let's put this into our notes as code that worked. We could try to do like a reverse shell. I bet you we're going to run into like filter issues. We could try __ import OS. It doesn't like that syntax. Oh, import with the of course, with the parentheses. Okay, that actually does work. Okay. Can we do os.system then? Security threat. Wee woo. Import OS as fhtagn. So you can do that in Python. You can import. You can have aliases. Can I not do that with this import statement? Maybe I can't do that with this import statement. If you finish this box in the next few minutes, I don't think I'm going to finish it in the next few minutes. We're gonna have to. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, I think. We'll figure it out. Christy with the raid. Welcome, Christy. Good to have you. Welcome to the stream. How was your stream? Mill has brought Cold Combo into the cult. Welcome, Cold Combo, to the All Has Red team. Carlos Artman with the 4-month Prime indoctrination into the cult. Welcome to the All Has Red team. Okay, maybe we could do something like fhtagn equals import OS. Okay, that does work. So can we do fhtagn.system? Who am I? Security threat. So it doesn't like system. It probably doesn't like the system one here. It doesn't like the system string. If you can read a file, can you write one? My guess is probably.
A hunter must hunt.
My guess very much is probably. SSH was open. We could write an SSH key. But no, www data didn't have a shell assigned. So it probably wouldn't work. Get current working direct. I mean, we could try that. Print. Trying to decide how I want to approach this problem. There's probably a lot of ways to crack this egg. Get current working directory. Okay, it does like that. All right, so we are in the root directory, which is quite interesting. So maybe we can just write to the... Can we just write... Can we... Okay, what is in the OS... Python OS. I just want to see all the stuff we could potentially do. Can we figure out what user we're running as? Return the current process's effective user ID. That sounds interesting. Get effective user ID. Unmatched. Oh, I forgot the, that. Oh my god, we're root. So we are just root. That seems fine. Very secure. Yeah, we may just be inside Docker. We may very well be inside Docker. That is a good point. It could be a Docker container, so let's not get too excited. I know that I know that many of you, when you saw the user ID of root, like a little bit of blood flowed into your penis in that moment, and that's totally normal. That's expected. That's expected. When you see you're executing code as root, you should get just a little bit aroused. Okay? Just a smidge. But let's try and contain ourselves a little bit. It might be a Docker container. It could be any number of things. And we do need to figure out how to actually execute code. We do need to actually figure out how to execute code. So let's not get too excited just yet. Okay, so what do we... The thing is, os.system command... So system is being filtered. I'm sure there's a way we can get past that filter somehow. I wonder if I can just get... let's just Python... Let's do payloads all the things. Reverse shell cheat sheet. Something like this will probably work. os.dupe to... Okay, let's try this. Let's take this Python code and let's see if we can mangle it to get us a shell here. Create a Docker file search for Python image in Docker Hub. Put the code and search for CMD in Docker. It might not be a Docker container. We don't know yet. I don't want to jump to any conclusions. Let's just try and get to execute code first. And we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are. Alright, so let's divide this up so we can make it more easily readable. Okay, pty.spawn. Okay. Let's try this. Where is my thing? Here it is. Okay, so we're importing OS. Let's do... let's just keep it simple. Let's go OS equals import OS. And let's go... Will that be allowed? I'm assuming that's allowed. Yeah. So let's do... I'm just copying off of this. Oh god, my whole machine just minimized. I hate it when it does that. So we're just copying off of this payloads all the things payload here. You could use subprocess as well. You could definitely use subprocess as well. If we have problems with this one, we'll try it with subprocess. We'll need to do socket equals import socket import, but directly by class name. And then we need pty equals pty. Let's see if that gets flagged by anything. It does not. Good. That's good news. So we've managed to import all the libraries we need. Okay, so now we do this. Let's see if that flags anything. It does not. Good. Socket.connect. We're just doing a basic reverse shell, line by line. If we run into any problems, we'll deal with those as we go. .2.54.81. Let's do port 8443. We won't do connect just yet because it's going to hang. If it executes, it's going to hang. So we need to set the file descriptors. So that's what these are. And then we do a pty.spawn. And let's do that. Execute. Okay, well that was fucking easy. What a filter.
HackerMan.
I'm in. Very secure. That took us... God, that took us all of, what, 10 minutes? And that's because I had to... Damn it, Connor. I know. Fucking Connor. I swear to God. And as you can see by our hashtag symbol here, we are root, the best kind, the only kind of hashtag that anyone cares about outside of Zoomers. All right, so we're actually in Python here already. Can I just do bin bash, I wonder? If I just do bin bash. If Connor didn't... Oh my God, Connor! Connor, you didn't think bin bash might be a malicious string? Connor! Listen, Connor. Connor. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. You're better than this, Connor. Okay? Come on now. You are better than this. This is embarrassing, my man. Like seriously, what is going on? I'm not mad. I'm, not mad. Disappointed. Sound is anyone having desync problems with the sound? Oh, I'm dropping a few frames here. The audio's fine. It's probably not over. There's 3 flags. I can't imagine. This has got to be a Docker container. Let's find out. Hang on a second. Okay, good. Sound is good. It looks like that's a you problem. But thank you for letting me know. Yeah. So, alas, we have been cucked. We're inside of a Docker container. But that doesn't mean... There's probably a flag in here somewhere. Yeah, flag 1. Flag1.txt. Hooray. So we have one of the 3 flags. So there are more hurdles, okay? There are more hurdles. Don't get too excited, friends. There we go. Video's made, but I think it's because Star isn't on camp. That is true. She was actually lying on the mat behind me until I started streaming, and then she went off somewhere else, probably for a quieter place to nap. Okay. So the first thing I want to look at is I just want to run ifconfig, IPA. I want to see what the networking is like. Really? Fuck. If I don't have ifconfig or IP, how can I check my IP address? Ping 172.17.0.1. Oh my God, I just have nothing in here. I have nothing in this container. Hostname tech I. Ooh, I didn't know hostname. Ooh, spicy. Okay, so 172.17.0.2 is the IP address. So I expect the host is at 172.17.0.1. That is the default. I did do a Docker, like a Docker usage, a Docker walkthrough a bit last week, I think. And I did point out that the standard IP configuration of Docker containers is to have one in this subnet, is to be inside of this /24. And the gateway will be on 172.17.0.1. So we can, we now want to use Chisel, I would imagine. But before we go about using Chisel, we probably are going to want to check out this application for any interesting information. I don't know if Node.js has like a passwords. Like there's no database or anything, I don't think. I don't think there's any database or anything in use here, because remember that this super secure login portal is using just JavaScript. There's also capital I. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know you could do this with the hostname command. That's pretty cool. We learned something today. Let's do Stream Raiders really quick. All right. We've only got like 5 people, but get in there. No fear. Oh, I've gone down, friends. Hold the line. Oh, it's not good. Oh dear. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well we got clapped there. There is music, it's just in a quiet moment. Yeah, it's still playing, it's just quiet at the moment. Alas and alack. All right, get your units in there this time. I don't want us getting clapped again. I'll even use my barbarian. There you go. There you go. Okay. Security Live bringing Christy into the cult. Welcome to the All Has Red team, Christy. Thank you so much, Security Live. It's good to have you. It's great to have your concerted support of the stream, as always. Googie the First and Climb to Fail. Thank you for the follows. Cthulhu Fountain to the both of you. This is the same outcome as when El Hazred plays Elden Ring. Listen, Jiffaram. If that is your real name. Like on your birth certificate, it just says Jiffaram. Listen. I resemble that remark. Okay, I resent that remark. That is rude. That is rude, Jiffaram. Do not just come into my stream and be rude, sir. I don't have Stream Raiders on my phone. You can play Stream Raiders on your phone. So there's no database probably to look at. This is all just configuration stuff. Let's look at the static pages. Okay, so these are the pages. As we can see... Oh, you know what? There was this... Oh, shit. There was this thing here. So this is probably Connor's password. I wonder if SSH is open on the host. Do we think SSH is open on the... Let's find out. Let's do Chisel. Let's upload Chisel. Okay, we can kill this. This is not doing anything. CD opt. Let's do Chisel. There's no SSH on here, is there? Service SSHD status. No SSH. Okay. So there's no... So the SSH is running on the host. Not on the... Okay, sudo python 3 tacm http.server. Am I going to have curl or wget? I hope so. Which curl? Damn it. Which wget? Damn it! I have a way to download files with just bash. Hang on a second. But I have to look it up. Hang on, I'm looking it up. It's in my notes. Let's bing the notes over here. We can't do SCP. We don't have SSH access just yet. Bash. Download files with bash only. Okay. Yep, the forbidden texts. The ancient scriptures. We can't use this. We have to use netcat. What's the IP address of the box again? I have so many windows open. Where is my TryHackMe window? There we go. 10.10.2220.208. We'll connect to port 18110. We're just hoping that there's no IP tables rules, but we are root, so if there is an IP tables rule, we can just and we'll put in chisel. Am I doing this right? No, I need to listen. It's going to connect to me. What am I thinking? And netcat tech NLVP 18110. Chisel. Okay. Now we can use the bash one-liner here. What's my IP address? 10.2.54.81. Cat. Put that into chisel. So it will take a second to download because chisel is a chunky file. It's a big boy. It's a thick boy. Bill Gates loves you for having so many windows open. I just have a lot of... when I stream, I tend to have a lot of browser windows open. Plus Streamlabs, plus everything. Search for curl. We could search for curl, but then I wouldn't get to show off this really cool... There we go. Now chisel is downloaded. Isn't that neat? You don't even need netcat to download file. Well, you need net... I put netcat on this end. I use netcat on this end, but we've got chisel. Yep, it's the same size. I'm assuming it's the same file. What is chisel? Chisel is a port forwarding tool. So we're going to set up the chisel server here. Chisel is going to let us do port forwarding. Chisel client. I've already forgotten what my own IP address is. 10.2.54.81. And I always forget if I need the colon there or not. I literally always forget. Chisel. I go to this page every single time I use chisel because I can never remember. Yeah, it does want the colon, but for some reason I can never remember if it needs the colon or not. 18110. We're going to do R and socks. I think it's just socks. Yeah. So we're going to set up a socks proxy. Permission denied. Chmod plus X chisel. There we go. Alrighty. So we have now forged a connection. We now have a proxy. We now have a connection through the chisel client and server. Right here. We have and we can forward our tools through that port. So if we look at netstack tech AMP TCP grep listen. We can see that now Chisel is listening on port 1080. 1080 is the port that Chisel runs on by default. You can set it to a different port for SOX proxy, but 1080 is fine. That's what's going to be in my proxychains.conf anyways. And now, so now we have a SOX proxy listening, and if we use proxy chains, nmap 22, let me verify I'm using the correct proxy chains. cd.proxychains. Vim proxychains.conf. Yep, that is the correct settings in proxychains.conf. Proxy chains for nmap 22, 80, 80, 80. Let's try some basic ports here. 22, 80, and 80, 80 is fine. And then 172.17.0.1. We expect that the 0.1 is the host. If you remember, well, if I had been smart, I would have. Okay, let me do it this way. Let's put an ampersand at the end of this so it'll background the process. There we go. And now we can do hostname tac capital I again to see the IP address. And since this is a .2, we expect that the host is at .1. Does that make sense? This is Cthulhu Cthursday. We do somewhat higher level stuff today. Tuesday is the day when we break it down as much as possible for beginners. That being said, please do ask questions if you have questions. That doesn't mean if you can't ask questions. Yo, do you sell courses? I do not sell courses. You're looking at my course right now. It's free. You're welcome. Though if you do choose to support it, I am very grateful. Looky there! Gar! So many raids today. Gar, my friend. How was your stream? Welcome. Welcome to your fine viewers. Always welcome here. Johnny MD5 with the 7 months. DZE with the 3 months. Of Boy Dak, thank you for the follow.
A hunter must hunt.
My goodness. So many raids today. So kind. Thank you so much. Jifferram bringing us 5 new cult initiates. Quickstir, Testoni, Sakura Haruno, Maximore, and Clown Baby Oi. Welcome to the All Has Red team, my friends.
A hunter must hunt.
Thank you for supporting the stream, Jifferram. Thank you so much. Gar! Not to be outdone. Gar! Bringing Garbot,
A hunter must hunt.
Burnt Willie, K Van, TXO Pin, and Matthias into the cult. Welcome to the All Has Red. My goodness! Security, you guys are all so
A
generous
hunter
today.
must hunt.
Honestly, you people need to be separated from your finances. Security Live, I'm concerned. Listen, I'm very grateful, but I'm concerned. You probably need to be separated from your finances. This is a lot of money to give a cult leader on the internet. Okay? This is a lot of money. Stray77, Solosk, Frank, Chindiana Jones, Vinny Code, Uberbit, Freak AIMP, Otman Mabrok, B7H30, and Urzengel. Welcome to the All Has Red team. Thank you so much, Security Live. You're so generous today. Thank you so much. Nugian, Berry, Yeti thank you for the follows. Zero Kieran, bringing Just a Guy into the cult. Welcome, Just a Guy. Zero Kieran, thank you so much for your continued support of the stream. My goodness. So what are we seeing here, my friends? Our Nmap scan tells us that we do have several ports open. We do have port 22 open as well. We have 22 open. We have port 80 open as well. So we can actually browse to port 80. If we use... Let's fire up Burp really quickly. Let's fire up Burp really quickly, because I can tell Burp to use a SOX proxy. Oh my goodness! The battle continues. Gar, you and Security Live need to, like, get a therapist or something. This is insane. Like, you've lost it. You've lost your minds to the abysms of shrieking immemorial lunacy. My goodness, Gar, Stoner D, Merc Z, ATOB, Failfrost, Andreas, Anomaly Code, Vanilla Thrill, Basser Hino? I think it's Basser Hino. I think that's what that's supposed to say. Dirk Z and Uber King Kong, welcome to the All Has Red Team. You've been indoctrinated by Gar's lunacy. My goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. You were so generous to me today. And Security Live continues losing his mind. Just truly lost in the shrieking immemorial lunacy. The cosmic eldritch machinations have broken his mind. And he provides us 1,000 Tegel biddies. My goodness. Thank you so much, Security Live. That is so kind of you. You guys are so kind. I really can't thank you enough. I do this stuff pro bono, but for those of you who choose to support me, I'm endlessly grateful. All right, so I've had this socks proxy set. This is the one time that this socks proxy being set by default has been useful for me. Because now, if I just route through burp here, I should be able to go to 172.17. Or no, 172.17.0.1. I think that should work. Shouldn't that work? Because port 80 is open here. We could do proxy chains curl. See if we can get a page here. Curl. Yeah. Oh, this is just the same website. Oh, so this is just the same website anyways. It's just it's port forwarded anyways. Yeah, no, it's port forwarded into the container, so that's not useful to us. But what we did see, what's of most note to me, is port 22 right here. Because we do have a username and we have a potential password if we revert this. So we need to reverse this. We need to reverse this hash back into its clear text credentials. So I think the easiest way to do that is probably just inside of the JavaScript console. Like if we just start with this, like if we just copy this into the JavaScript console, there's probably an easier way to do this, but can I not paste it? There we go. Is that not going to work like I'm expecting, chat? Can we have an option for you just go and find Star and tell us where she is and what she's doing without disturbing her? She's sleeping. I almost guarantee it. She's sleeping. She's sleeping either in the other room or in the closet. That's always where she is. You're right, I didn't copy the whole thing. There's another set of braces there. Good catch. Right here is where I should have copied it. Let's just kill that, and we're just going to get a new console. Okay. So can I call that now? Cthulhu fhtagn. Okay, that does work. Okay. So we can just put these functions into the JavaScript console. Always good to reuse code whenever you can. You never want to like try to code your own tool to get past this, if you can avoid it. So if we do test equals string to int array Cthulhu fhtagn. If we do that, and then we do int array to text, and we put test in there, and we get a bunch of garbage, actually. So that does not, this does not reverse this. I'm a noob? That's okay, Kaylee. Listen, Kaylee, we're all noobs. We are all noobs here. If you go to the console on the page, those functions will already exist. That's a good point. They would, because they've already been loaded. Didn't you say you had to run it multiple times? Yeah, you did, but I'm just testing it out to make sure it works the way that I expect. Like, we've made an int array here. And I think int array to text should, like, just be the reverse. But I guess this takes string to int array, then int array to text, then string to int array, then int array to text. So it does it multiple times. Guys, is it weird that I have a job as a pen tester, but basically only know how Nmap and Nessus work? That's totally normal, cold combo. That's totally normal. There's a word for that, actually. It's called imposter syndrome. It's called imposter syndrome. So you need to do that. I realize I need to do the reverse order. I realize that. So, but my problem is that these don't. So I need to do int array to text first. That can't be right. That can't be right. Looks like the string to int array. I realize it uses, yeah, it uses modulus. That is true. I want to figure out this password because I bet you can just, I bet you that you can just SSH in as Connor. Or it's, by the way things have been going so far, just as root. Into the host. The problem is I can't just run these functions in reverse because they don't reverse each other. Like, string to int array produces an int array. So how is it producing that int array? I is less than string length. Okay, so it's iterating through the string. It's going to take the char code. We need inverse functions. Yeah. So we need functions that are going to do the reverse. In reverse order. I'm thinking. Why are we looking at this again? Because it's a password. We want some fine additions to our collection. I suspect I'll be able to SSH into the host with this. Because why else is it here? Because you can just browse to this super secret admin page without any kind of login whatsoever. I need to... I'm not good with JavaScript. I expected Python and not JavaScript. All right. Let me look at these in Visual Studio Code. So I can at least get syntax highlighting here. No one is good with JavaScript. Some people are. I'm just not good at it. It's easy to read, at least. Okay. So that's what it looks like with syntax highlighting. So string to int array. It's iterating through all of the characters in the string. It's getting the character code at of every particular one. And then it's pushing an int array. And then it pushes two things to the int array. First, it divides the char code by 26. And then it does the char code. It pushes char code mod 26. So that explains why it doesn't reverse it. It's basically base 26 encoding. Is it? Is that what base 26 encoding does? I guess that would make sense, actually. This might be easier if I try to write a reverse in Python, honestly. Times 26. Yeah, like let's just try it. Yeah, so capital A, the char code of capital A. Let's find out. Let's just make sure we know what it's doing, okay? Oh, it's using the fucking let's just disable the JavaScript. JavaScript. Let's do capital A. Okay, so char code 65. So I'm just trying to make sure I understand the code so I can reverse it. It might be easier to do in Python for me, just because I'm not good at... I thought that we could just reuse these functions, but it might be easier for me to write a version in Python because I'm more familiar with Python. So if it's capital A, string.charcode at, charcode is going to be 65. 65 divided by 26 is going to be 2. Math.floor is going to give the lower result, dropping the remainder. So that's going to be 2. So the first entry in our array should be 2. It is. Okay? So I'm just making sure I understand how this works. And then charcode mod 26. Charcode mod 26 will be... It's going to be the remainder. Why is it 15? Am I I'm misunderstanding something about how mod works? Mod 26 should be like 3? Oh, I used a C. You're right, I did use a C. I'm an idiot. You're right, I did use a C. I'm a moron. I did use C. Thank you. I was mixing up my A's and my C's. So we did a capital C. So that's going to be key code 67. Yeah, I realized modulus gives me the remainder. So it's going to be 67. We're still going to get a 2. But I don't see how we're getting to 26. 67 divided by 26 is going to be 2 with a remainder of 5, isn't it? Isn't there going to be a remainder of 5? I realize how modulus works. My point is, how are we getting 15? 60s. Oh, because I can't do math. Okay, for some reason I thought it was 50. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. You're right. You're right. I can't do math. I can't do basic math. I'm an idiot. You're right. No. I'm an idiot. Okay, so we understand how this is working. This is reasonable enough. Now, iterate a text. It's going to iterate through the interarray. So every character, essentially, I see. So every character of this is going to be turned into every character of the array is going to be turned into a character. That makes sense. So they don't reverse each other like I had initially assumed. 97 plus interarray I. Yeah, okay. So it's going to take the integer, it's going to add it to 97, and then it's going to take that char code and basically make a string out of it. Easy enough. So it's essentially we're going to get a string of double the length. I think you need a loop iterating by 2, and then in that a loop array index plus array index plus 1 should be an ASCII value as an int that is dealt with by the other function. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out. Let's do Stream Raiders really quickly. A loop iterating by 2, and then in the loop plus 1, which should be an ASCII value as an int that is dealt with. I think you're right about that, Russ Rodriguez. That sounds about right, and then we'll just have to run that multiple times, I think. Either that or we can write two functions to reverse. We can write two functions that essentially reverse this. Right. I understand now what it's happening. That's why I took the time to make sure I understood what the functions were doing. Watch it decode to. This is not the password you're looking for. It could be a red herring. I just see SSH open and I want to try and pivot to the host. It could be just a red herring. Also, I don't see why this password would be here. Plus, this is interesting, right? This is, we're going to do a little bit of coding. We haven't done a little bit of coding in a while. Lord Haliax and Kaylee, Kaylee19. Thank you for the follow. Cthulhu fought into you, my friends. Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of coding. That's fine. Okay, so let's vim reverse.py. Okay. Let me move this over here so I can see it. No, we're gonna figure it out. Don't worry. Don't you guys worry. We're gonna figure it out. I do not fear it. We just need to write... I think I'd rather write 2 functions that reverse this. So this would be int array to string. So we would have let's just do def main first. Hash equals, and let's put in the hash here. Okay. Okay. And we want to write 2 functions, both of which reverse the things we've already seen. So we're going to put hash in the middle. And the first thing we're going to run on it is text to int array. Or no, this one. Int array to string. That's going to be the name of one of our functions. Am I overthinking this? Let's just write the reverse functions first, and then we'll figure it out from there. Let's make another test one, which will be my Cthulhu fhtagn string. That'll just be for testing. Okay, we'll do that first. All right, so the first function we're going to write is int array to string, which is the reverse of this function, right? So it's going to accept an integer array. We'll declare a result there. You need to re-implement the int. This is what's going to be confusing. Getting the correct... I think the ord function will get the Python char code in Python. I think it's the ord function. Yeah. No Rust gangs! No Rust gang today! I was hoping for the Zap gang. I don't think the Zap gang is going to be having much fun with this. Okay, we can do for I in input. So the first one is... So so going back to this function, we're going to be taking an int array. The first int array, the first one is the char code divided by 26. So we just need, and then we need to add this. We need to... Right, so the first one we multiply by 26. That's easy enough. It might be easier if we do this as like a for loop, perhaps. Yeah, probably that might be best, Tiberius, for I in range 0 length and going by 2. But how do I access both of the... I need both of the numbers. If we iterate by 2, I'm not going to be able to access by one of the numbers. Can you loop and take 2 elements at a time? I'm thinking. If I divided by 2 equals 1, I could probably do something like that. I guess I could just iterate by each one. You know, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do... I think I like this best in a while loop. And we have to use I. So we'll have to declare I. I is equal to 0 to start off with. Because arrays start at 0 in Python, as the Lord intended. While I is less than the length of the string. Or length of input. Like that. Okay, so we're going to take the first one, and the first one is just going to be multiplied by 26, right? We can call it character 1 equals... equals... input... with the subtext, or subscript of I times 26. Input is actually a function in read. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right about that. Can I just call it string? No. I keep picking, whatever. Fhtagn. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Fhtagn times 26. And then we'll I++. And then char2 equals Fhtagn I... So how do we... You could use a sliding window. Yeah, we could. There's lots of ways you could do it. I'm going to do it this way. So how do we... Then add char 1 and 2 together and convert to ASCII. So the second one is just the remainder. We want to add this to this. And we want to make sure it comes out as a okay, so char equals char 1 plus fhtagn I, and we can just do, that's going to be, and we want to convert it to a character, which is going to be the chr function. Right? Does that work? I think that works. And we could say result plus equal char 2. And then I plus plus. Return result. Does that work, do we think? Oh, you can't I++ in Python? Can you really not? I think you can. Let's go. This is so ugly. Oh, this is super ugly. This is super ugly. We're going to do it, though. Switch input to fhtagn. Where did I put input? Oh, right here. Thank you. Okay. Let me get some water really quickly. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we back. Yeah, I code in a lot of different languages. One of the reasons I'm using result here is because I've been doing a lot of nim lately, and nim uses result in its functions. And nim does use I++, so when you code in a lot of different languages, you tend to mix them up. Python 3 does support I. It doesn't matter. I plus equal 1 will work anyways. We'll keep it that way. Do we think this is going to work, though? I think this should work. We multiply by 26 and add the modulus. Okay, let's try doing it. Test 2 equals list, and we'll just if we pass in a list, it should work fine. Python has lots of different kinds of arrays. Where is it? There it is. So here's the int array, but I can't see the whole thing. This has not made me happy. This is bad. Well, let's just do only a subset of it. Let's just do 2. Let's just do these. It just needs to be divisible by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Let's do copy. This is going to be ugly. Paste it in here. We'll declare a list. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Print int array to string test2. Oh yeah, check box time. Thank you. Thank you. Let's make sure to do that. We got 38 more minutes, but I'll add more box time anyways. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. List expect. Did I declare a list incorrectly? How am I forgotten how to code in Python? Holy shit. How have I forgotten how to declare a Python? Or declare it. Is it the braces? Oh, I did it with the... It's braces. I just do so much nim lately that I've forgotten all of my Python, it looks like. Let's do it like this. Okay! Hooray! Look! Again, it only did part of the string because we only did part of the array, but it does work. First try pog. Sweet. See, that's what you get when you just go through the code. You make sure you know exactly what it's doing. You make sure you know exactly what the code is doing. And you okay, so now we have to reverse this function, which should be easier, I think. Text to int array. Okay. Okay. Okay, that was the harder of the two functions. I'm loving the Kit Boga in chat right now. I was watching him today, actually. While I worked. Okay, so how do we want to do this one? This one is just... So this function, let's make sure we know what it's doing. So it's we're going to be creating an integer array. Let text equal nothing. So it's going to iterate through the integer array. And for every single one, it's just adding 97 to it. And doing string from char code. So we need to go in reverse of that. So we'll do result. We'll declare result first. For I in fhtagn. So we're taking text and we're making it an integer array. So for I in fhtagn, it should just be ORed. right? With the ORD function is what we care about here, right? I think I'm confusing myself on this one. So whatever we're going to subtract 97 from something. The Hank stories had me dying. I didn't see the Hank stories. I saw he played chess with a guy today, and he played chess with a scammer today, and he beat and Kit's like, I have no idea how to play chess. I legit don't know how to play. Please help me, chat. And so like chat walked him through checkmating the scammer. It was pretty funny. Okay, so ORD I minus 97 is what we're going to be working with to start off with. Should it just be result plus equals ORD I minus 97? Is that right? Whoa. It got intense up in here with the StarCraft soundtrack. Oh, yeah, the result is going to be a list. Good call. Thank you. Oh, it should be result.add. Like that? It should just be that, isn't it? And that takes text and makes an integer array out of it. I swear to God, programmers are another species. I mean, it's tough, but I can never recall if it's add or append. Now you're making me second guess myself, Frank. It's append. Add is nim again. God, I've just been doing so much coding in nim recently. Add is definitely nim. It's result.append. So am I wrong? Does this look right? I think that's right. Okay. Yeah, I think that should work. All right. So let's take So what did we do over here? We did, let's walk through. We created a, close this. Okay, the first thing we did string to int array Cthulhu fhtagn, and then int array to text. So we want to do text to int array. Oh, return result. See, that's another thing about nim. I keep doing nim. You're seeing me code in nim and then modify it for Python. In nim, the result variable is always the return. So you don't have to do return result. It's redundant. But in Python, I need to do return result. Chat is smart tended. I know. Again, that was Nim again. I've been coding in Nim so much. You're right. In Nim, you don't have to return result. Result is always, if you don't have a return statement, it just assumes that the result variable is what you're returning. That's one of those quirks of Nim. Text to int array test. And then we're going to do int array to string that. And we're going to see if that returns Cthulhu fhtagn. So this is the test to see if our code works. It works, chat! Big Pog. Big Pog, chat. You do love to see it. Man, I'm on fire today. I'm just coding shit with chat's help, and it works without even... It works with no debugging. Big fucking brain, my dude. I need chat with me when I'm coding Reanimator. That's what I need. The great power of chat. Okay, so we're gonna... Okay, so we're putting hash in here. Like that. And the first thing we're running, we're just going to reverse each of these. So it's going to be int array to string first. Is it? I'm second guessing myself now. The first one is string to int array. It's going to be text to int array first, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay. And then it's going to be int array to string. Like that. Big Pog! Easy, boy. Fucking easy. Connor, I expect better from you, okay? Fucking Connor. Every time with this kid, I swear to God. Where was I doing proxy chains from? Fuck it, I'll do it from here. Watch this be nothing. Watch this just be nothing. Connor at... Do I even need to proxy chains it? Let's just try it. Connor at 10-10-222-08. So you don't even need to do this. You don't even need to do the Python playground thing. This is completely pointless. This is completely pointless. Yeah, well, you need it for flag 1, sure. Okay, fine. You need it for flag 1. But once you got root, you could just use Docker to print flag 1 out of the command, out of the container. But we're in as Connor. Connor! Yeah, that's what I said. You could Docker exec to get flag 1. Once you got root. Okay. Is this intended? I guess it has to be intended. They put the password there on purpose. Flag 2 is right here. This has to be intended. After all of that, I was like, that's gonna be a nothing password, isn't it? Like, it's just gonna be nothing. It's just gonna be nothing. Isn't it? But nope, it was the SSH password. My intuition was correct. This is one of the few times my intuition is correct. I've gone down through some severe rabbit holes in the past. Let me copy that Python code into my notes in case I want to reference it later. I feel like we all contributed. We did good work. See, I always say, listen, chat. I always say that you can. People ask me if they can be a pen tester if they don't know how to code. You can, yes, but you're gonna have a hard time at some point. At some point, you're gonna hit a wall. There's only so good you can be. There's only so skilled you can be if you don't know some programming. You're gonna have to program at some point. Like, just make your peace with it, okay? Just make your peace with the fact that you're gonna have to code at some point. The earlier you start learning a programming language, the better this is going to be for you, okay? The easier it's going to be. Okay. All right. So we are now SSH'd in as Connor. Groups. We're not in the Docker group. Feels bad, man. Sudo tacl. We do have his password. My problem is coding frequently enough so I don't forget shit. It helps if you have, like, it helps if you have, like, if you have projects, just have, like, a project that you work on. Like, Tiberius has auto recon. I've had various projects through the years. Just have a project that you work on, and that helps. We do see a Vim RC here. So nothing interesting there. Find root tac perm. Let's look for SUID binaries. Did I put the second flag in? I did. Okay. LXC. Did someone see LXC as God, there's a lot of SUID binaries here. Su, mount, sudo. All of these look normal. Oh, we do see LXC user Nick. Let's go to GTFO bins. Nope, looks like that's nothing. I'm going to Google it anyways, because I don't know what that binary does. Set UID root, so it's supposed to be set UID. May create network interfaces for use. by an LXC container. So it's supposed to be set UID. Unless there's an exploit for it, there's probably no path through that. Mount, umount. F user mount. No, nothing. Did anyone see anything? Oh, get cap is good too. Get cap, tac R, root. God damn it. That's normal. Let's do linps, I guess. Oh, we can check the cron tab. Cat Etsy cron tab. Nothing there. There could be something in roots cron tab. Linps. .2.54.81. linps.sh, pipe it into bash, pipe that into t, linps.out. Okay, see if linps finds anything. Check the second Google link. Oh. Well, I did say if there was an exploit. Reporting a finding in the LXC user nick set UID binary. Call for the existence of files not... So you can just tell if the file exists. It doesn't let you actually read files. It lets you just... It doesn't actually read arbitrary files. It just lets you open files to see if they exist or not. Because it'll throw an error if it doesn't exist. Alright, let's see if we have anything good. Okay. So we do have the pseudo vulnerability. I'm assuming that this is not the intended path. If we were going to do that, we might as well use polkit as well. We're not going to do anything that aren't any things that aren't intended. Connor. Yep, we do see Docker and LXC, but we're not in the Docker group or the LXD group. Let's see. Is root doing anything that looks out of the ordinary? He piped from cat to bash to a program to T. T prints the output, but also writes it to a file at the same time. Hopefully that makes sense. I think Pharma and Killer, second leak. No, it does. It just lets you tell if files exist or not. It doesn't let you actually read them. Socket files. See a lot of Docker stuff. network information. Yeah, we're seeing normal stuff. No ports listening that look 34,259. What is this? Let's put that into our notes and we'll have a look at that here in a second. Something's listening on 34,259. What service runs on this port? Is this a Docker or LXC thing? Oh, 34,255.59 is not the port number. I don't know what that is. It's probably worth taking a look at. It's only Connor and Root that have users. Only Root is a super user. Yeah, that's probably worth taking a look at that port once we're done looking at LinPs here. Oh my goodness, I'm tired today, my fellas. Just yawning so much. Yeah, we got a lot of vulnerabilities in the set UID binaries. I'm not going to worry about those because it's probably from more recent vulnerabilities after the box was created. Okay. What was that port? 34,259? Okay. Nmap, TAC SC, TAC SV. 127 TAC port 37 or 34,259. Okay, we'll nmap that port. We just set up port forwarding and SSH. Wait, how did you forward that port? So SSH has a little console you can enter. If you type ~C, so you type ~C like that. It won't appear when you type it, but it's ~C like that. Like that, see? If you just type ~C, you'll enter this little SSH prompt, and you can set up port forwarding from here. So if you do TAC L, you can set up a local port forward, a reverse port forward would be TAC R, or you could do TAC D and stuff. So you don't have to... what that basically does is it just stops you from having to kill your SSH session and then re-SSH in or whatever. It's just a little shortcut. How to exit also? Just hit enter again. If you just hit enter, again, it'll exit. So it looks like Nmap is taking a second to scan this. We can try and curl it. 34,259. 404 page not found. Is that so? Is it a so? It's a web application then. Yeah, it's a web application. So let's go buster it. All right, let's turn up the threads. Let's do 100 threads. I would assume doing that versus killing your SSH session and logging back in limits logging. Yeah. I mean, it's more just a convenience. But yeah, if you were that concerned about logging, then yeah. Having to form less SSH sessions is definitely better than more SSH sessions. Sirius, 42, Antikos Michaelian, ASD 321, Ecurva. Thank you for the follow, my friends. Cthulhu Fountain to all of you. Let's do Stream Raiders really quickly. The threads don't mean actual CPU threads? No, they mean like the number of like software threads that the program is using. We did get a 301 redirect for something, but other than that, we're not turning up anything. It's some kind of web server, but I don't know what it is. Just going to try Googling around. Where are my notes? 34,259. And it's not really finding anything. We had a Docker container. Have you checked to see if there are mounted directories from the host? We did not check that. We certainly could. That is one way you can pivot to the host. We should probably take a look at that. We do still have our access into the Docker container. We can take a look at that really quick. So we're not really finding anything. We're not really finding anything from this. Let's go back to our Docker container. Here it is. Mount. We see the typical Docker stuff. Do you play video games in between hacking sometimes, especially when it makes you mauled? Yeah, I've been doing Elden Ring. He's an Elden Ring fan. I oscillate between being really enjoying Elden Ring and really hating it. I really don't like some of the boss design in Elden Ring, compared to other bosses, or compared to other Soulsborne series. It feels like every boss has like 6-7 attack combos. Like they just wail on you with nonstop attacks while you're desperately trying to dodge around them. It feels like I really wish I'd played a character with a shield, just because dodging all these attacks is annoying. What the fuck is this? XVDA? Is that normal? Is that a normal Docker thing? Some bosses play Bloodborne at you and you're playing Dark Souls? Yeah, exactly. That was fine in Bloodborne. In Bloodborne, you didn't have a shield. So all the bosses were... I love Bloodborne, okay? As you can tell from the artwork. Bloodborne is the fucking tits, okay? And Bloodborne, you didn't have a shield. So all the bosses are balanced around the fact that you don't have a damn shield. You could just dodge. Everything can be dodged. And it feels like it feels much more straightforward. In this game, like bosses will just fucking wail on you, like they'll just wail just over and over. They'll just never stop attacking. It feels a little frustrating if I dodge like the first 4 to 5 attacks. Docker volumes. So it is a Docker vault. So you were right. Who said that? Who said, the Morph 3. You were right. This is a Docker volume thing. So if it's a Docker volume, that means there is something mounted inside of the container. Is it time for Stream Raiders? No. We just did it. So we see something at Mount Log. We see resolve.conf. We see Etsy hostname. And we see Etsy hosts. Another thing we can do is run deepCE. I think deepCE might find this. Let's try running deepCE and see what it finds. It looks like somebody was onto something. Oh, except, shit. There's no curl. So I'm going to have to transfer it. Like I did before. Netcat, tech NLVP 18110, deepce.sh. Already in use. Am I listening somewhere? Oh, no, that's Chisel. Chisel's listening on that. We'll do 18111 then. And we'll go back to the container. And we'll do this. Okay. Oh, 18111. Shit. 18111. Okay. So we got deepCE. Bash deepce.sh. Let us see if there's anything in here. We are running as root. Could not get container name. Other mounts. Okay, it did identify other mounts. It did identify other mounts. Did Linpeas? So let's try. So which things were mounted? Var log and mount log. So var log in the contain. Wait, okay, so what did mount say? So mount log, I think, okay, cd/mount. cd log. So does that mean that var log? This looks like var log. Touch Cthulhu fhtagn. So deepCE is saying that, I think what deepCE is saying here, is that var log on the host is mounted to mount log. I think. Let's see if that is the case. Yeah. Right there. So we can write to the log directory. What does that get us? Is Docker privileged? Like, is Docker doing squash fs? Is Docker doing squash fs? Let's find out. Yeah, but normally, if there's squash, then setuid will not work. It's real worth trying. I didn't see anything about no squash. It doesn't say anything about no squash. Let's try it anyways. Make a file setuid Linux, not Windows. Chmod u+s. Okay. Now, is it setuid over here now? Oh, boy. It is setuid now. Oh, no. Oh, no. I thought that Docker should have squashed that by default. Am I wrong? Normally, setuid binaries are squashed, so they're not, so you don't have vulnerabilities like this. Okay, let's just copy bin bash here. Chmod u+s bash. Okay. Bash tacp. That did not work. Probably because the container bash is different from the bash that the host expects. So let's just do a simple revert. We can just do a simple bash script. We don't have nano or anything, do we? Okay. Echo bin bash. Yeah, so I realize that, but you have to enable root squash? Oh, okay, so by default it doesn't do that. Interesting. We can put this into Cthulhu fhtagn. We now have 2 Cthulhu ftagns. Let's just remove them both. Let's just call it fhtagn. And now we'll do echo. Okay, that works. Now we'll add chmod u plus s fhtagn. And it did not work. It's set UID. Set UID as root. Bash must still be dropping its permissions. Oh, you know what? I'm telling it to execute it. You know, I know what I did wrong. Yeah, I know. It drops permissions by default. I know. I run into this problem a lot. I don't think binsh will it? Yeah, we could just copy the host bash in there. It still doesn't work. God damn it. Yeah. We can just copy the host bash in here. Oh, we can't write to this. We can't write to varlog from Connor Python Playground. As Connor. Isn't there a Python? There, yeah. We could just... God damn it. I run into this problem every single time, where bash insists upon dropping its permissions. It's fucking annoying. I mean, I could copy it. Like, that seems like it's really too complicated. It shouldn't take that much, honestly. We could just make any binary there. You know what I need? I need one of those binaries, one of those simple binaries in C that just sets its UID, or that just executes as root and then executes binsh. That's what I really need. And I know I have a million of those on my Kali machine, but I don't really think I want to go and find them. I've used a bunch of these. You can see all of my NIM stuff in here. SUID helper.c. Will that help? Probably. That might be one of them. Every so often, it's just a simple C program. I just don't trust my ability to write C on the fly. Let's look at that. That should be fine. Yeah, that should work. We'll do that. Move. We can do sudo python 3-m http.server. And which wget http:// 10.2.54.81 SUID helper.c. It's tech capital O, isn't it? Yeah. GCC SUID helper.c. Tech O SUID helper. Oh, but I have it. I have GCC in here as well. We have to make it in. We have to create it in here. So let's do netcat again. Come back over here. We'll pull down. There it is. SUID helper.c. Why is it not working? Oh, it seems to be working. It just didn't copy. Fuck. Why didn't it copy this time? Oh, I forgot to do this. That would explain it. There we go. GCC SUID helper.c. TAC O SUID helper. Okay. So that's been compiled. Chmod plus X SUID helper. Chmod U plus S SUID helper. Okay, that looks good. And there it is, set UID helper. There it is. Who am I? We're root. There we go. SUID helper helps us out. Hooray. We did it. Good work, team. Whoever said that we should check the, whoever said that we should check for mounted directories was spot on. Hooray. Is SUID helper just the same as a root bash? It's just a simple C program. I'll show you what it does really quickly again. It's a simple program in C that just tries to, It's a simple program in C that just tries to set its user ID to 0 and its group ID to 0, and then execute bin bash. That's it. That's all it's trying to do. It's just if you can make this machine this binary set UID, it'll simply execute bin bash as root. I don't know if you have time for another box, but I've heard Borderlands on TryHackMe is pretty solid. No, I think we're gonna call it there today. We could squeeze in another box, but I have more work to do, and I'm already pretty tired. So I think that I should probably call it quits here, unfortunately. Repa Scott, thank you for the follow. Jimmy Wanks, thank you for the follow. I do want to... Does anyone have any questions about that box? That was a fucking roller coaster. So... we first got code execution by bypassing very simple filters in the Python sandbox there on the webpage. From there, we cracked the password. We wrote a simple Python program to crack the password in the that was being calculated in the JavaScript, and then we used that password to SSH into the box. And then we couldn't really get anywhere. And we realized we had to be inside of the container because there was a folder mounted, and we were able to write a set UID binary to that folder. I need to eat and relax and go to sleep early. Mr. Robot, good luck on your OSCP, my friend. Good luck. How did you write the same file name twice? I actually don't know. That was really weird. That was very strange. We saw a lot of stuff there. We coded in Python a bit. We saw some container exploitation. We saw some Python exploitation. Some JavaScript reverse engineering. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Now, I would like to inform you guys, unfortunately, there will be no stream on Sunday, Tuesday, or Thursday. I will be in Lake Tahoe for what is being generously and somewhat arrogantly called FootCon. Footpicks for Sale is doing doing a meetup down in Lake Tahoe. She's another streamer. If you don't know who Footpicks for Sale is, check her out. She's great. But her her squad of degenerates is going down to Lake Tahoe for the week, and I'll be down there next week. We may do some streams from Lake Tahoe. We'll see how things are going. We may do some streams from Lake Tahoe, but there will be no normal streams on Sunday, Tuesday, or Thursday. We'll be back to normal streaming on the next Sunday after this one, if that makes sense. Are you selling your footpicks? No, I am not. If you guys have any questions, comments, threats, any feedback for the stream, any questions about what we covered in the stream, need any mentorship or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me on Discord. I'm always available for my fans. Thank you guys so much for being here. Wait, no stream next week? Not until next Sunday, no. The next 3 streams are skipped because I'm going to be out of town. I will be out of town from Sunday until next Saturday. So I will not be streaming, unfortunately. But I'm going to make sure that I'm going to make sure that there is that new Patreon video up before I leave. Before I leave for FootCon, that new Patreon video is going to be up. And I'm trying to get all the streaming VODs up as well before I leave for Lake Tahoe. So, again, thank all you guys for watching. Let's see, who are we going to raid right now? Have fun and stay safe. Oh, it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. By the time I get back, I'm sure I'll be eager to come back to streaming. Who is streaming right now? Man, slim pickings right now, fellas. Nobody streaming on Thursdays now? Let's see. Apparently nobody streams on Thursdays. At least no science and at least no hacker streamers. Where's GoPro when you need him? To just go live immediately when I'm quitting the stream, when I'm ending the stream. What are we doing? You know what? We'll raid Little Aggie, who's playing Elden Ring. He's doing a crafted items only run, apparently. He's already doing... This insane man is already doing challenge runs in Elden Ring. So we'll raid... Little Aggie is a streamer I watch a lot. He does a lot of challenge runs in the Soulsborne series. Very fun to watch. He's beaten Sekiro on a dance pad. He's beaten Sekiro on, I think, DK bongos, like Donkey Kong bongo drums. He's beaten Sekiro with his feet, as in, not with a dance pad, as in he put the controller on the floor and activated the controller with his feet and beat Sekiro that way. I don't know. He's done a lot of crazy shit. The guy's a madman, okay? So we'll raid Little Aggie. He's a really fun streamer. He's a really fun streamer. So again, no stream next week, guys. I'm very sorry about that. I'm going to be out of town again. We may do some streams from Lake Tahoe, but they won't be my normal hacking streams. Probably just the hot tub streams and just for fun stuff. So yeah. Go to bed tonight knowing a little bit more than you did yesterday. Bring Little Aggie the glad tidings of Dread Cthulhu. I'll see you guys again when the stars are right. Have a good night, day, or whatever time it is wherever you are. Stay safe. Get vaccinated. Love you all.